guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is seriously maybe going to be my very favorite video that I ever make in my whole life because it's going to talk all about my labor and delivery. I had Liam on Sunday, today's Friday, so I'm finally getting around to making this, but honestly I've just been taking in all the baby snuggles that I can. So on Saturday, we did our normal routine. We went on a walk and we just kind of hung out, and then I really wanted to go into labor because I wanted Liam to be born on Father's Day so bad and I didn't want to go over my due date. I was really terrified of that. And it's crazy now looking back at it, it all just flashed right before my eyes like that. It was just, it's over and it's so crazy to me. So anyway, Saturday night, I'll just get right to it. So it's now 11:15 and my water broke at 10:25 while I was sitting on a yoga ball and eating some sweet peas that I had microwaved. So I don't have contractions yet, which is I'm waiting for them now. Leaking uncontrollably at this point. Fun fact, I've never worn a pad before, and I won a giveaway last weekend and got these in the mail this week on Tuesday, so today's Saturday the 16th, and it looks like we're gonna have a little Father's Day baby, which is just so exciting. But yeah, and the giveaway, part of it was these pads and ice packs and this bath stuff, so I am so freaking thankful that I got those pads in the mail because I had no idea that when your water breaks, it's just this big gush and more gushes along the way. So we called the hospital. And because my contractions haven't started yet, they told us to wait 2 to 4 hours or whenever they're really consistent. I'm trying to do a natural birth. So our hospital has a natural birthing suite, but you can't get admitted into it until you're dilated to a 5. So the goal is to stay home time of 5 or 6 and then get to the hospital. We called family already, so we are just so excited and can't wait. I really wanted to do a natural birth. I wanted that my whole pregnancy to go unmedicated, and the Simply Birthing Suite. So, but I know there's really strict rules to using it. You can't have any type of medication. They can't give you Pitocin or anything to speed up your labor. You have to be dilated to a certain amount before they'll even admit you into that room. And since my contractions hadn't started, I wasn't sure what I'd be dilated to because at my doctor's appointment, I was at a 2.5 on Tuesday, so I didn't know if I dilated more since Saturday, so I just had no idea. And Marcus called the hospital, let them know, and they said to wait until my contractions were consistent because I had to be at a 5 centimeters dilated before they would admit me into that room. So I was like, okay, we'll labor at home for a little bit. We waited. They said to wait no more than 4 hours after my water breaking to come in, just to make sure that he doesn't get infected or anything, and they want to be able to check me. So we waited 3 hours. Okay, so it is 12:58 and we are heading to the hospital using Marcus's phone for some light because our car lights aren't very bright in the truck. So yeah, my contractions are getting more consistent, so we're gonna go and stop at a gas station first for some snacks.
Probably should have done that earlier.
That's alright. And we packed peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we are ready to meet our sweet boy. As much as I told myself I can't have people in the room during my contractions because what if it makes them uncomfortable, or what if I'm uncomfortable, and I just had 50 million scenarios in my head that freaked me out. As much as I thought all these things, in the moment it just wasn't the same. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. So having just support there from Marcus and my sister and Marcus's mom, they were the 3 people in the room with me basically my entire labor, and I had a 15-hour labor so, which was also not a part of my plan. Oh gosh, my plan, so stupid. So they were in there the whole time just being my little cheerleaders basically and just comforting me, and it helped so much. And then at 1:16 we got to the hospital. Front row parking, 1 a.m. going to the hospital. Cute Hubs carrying that cute diaper bag and all of our stuff. And we are so ready. Got our snacks from the gas station.
1:16.
1:16 a.m. And I am not gonna lie, guys, I'm tired already.
I'm wide awake.
He's pumped, drinking all of this caffeine, it seems like. So nice. Oh, I can still walk and breathe through my contractions, so there's some progress. I've leaked through 4 pairs of underwear. Even with the pads on, just doesn't quite cover it, but that's all right. So fun. We're excited. Go to Women and Newborns.
I'm gonna bang on the door and say, "We're having a baby."
It's coming out right now. Ask for entrance. And then at 1:25 they checked me and I was 2.5 centimeters dilated and 60% effaced. Well, my doctor told me on Tuesday that I was 70% effaced. So I don't know how freaking accurate all this checking is, especially when it's like a male doctor checking you on Tuesday and then a female nurse checking you on Saturday. Their fingers are pretty freaking different. So I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think there needs to be like a specific tool that they use that makes it just, I don't know, the same for everybody instead of you always getting a stupid different number because everyone is different. So anyway, I hadn't dilated anymore and my effacement was less than it was at the doctor's office on Tuesday. So 2.5 centimeters dilated, 60% effaced. So that was kind of like a major buzzkill for me because I wanted a fast labor. Obviously, everybody wants a fast labor, but that was my plan. My plan was I'd have like a 4-hour labor. So I'll give you a few seconds to laugh at me. It's fine. At 3:40 a.m. I had my first really hard contraction. Like I couldn't talk through it. I couldn't breathe through it. I was standing and I would just collapse my upper body onto the hospital bed and Marcus would push on my lower back. And there were some times where like pushing on my lower back hurt worse. So I had to like go higher and push on my back. And the nurse would like push into my knees instead if I was in the bed. And now it's almost 4:15. It's 4:13. And I'm at a 3.5 and like 80% effaced. And my cervix is moving forward, which is helping because now Liam can put some pressure and get some dilation going. Contractions hurt way worse than I ever thought. But that's okay because if we can breathe through that 20 seconds, then it's manageable. And Marcus putting counter pressure on my back helps a ton. I'm basically wearing a diaper at this point, thanks to my water continuously leaking. And we have Gatorade, Chex Mix, water, and a throw-up bag in case we need it. But yeah, this position is a little bit more comfortable. We have the peanut ball between my legs, and I have a wireless monitor on, so I can move around if I want to, but I'm really, really tired, so we're laying down right now. And here's our fun catheter thing. So we'll update again soon. They're gonna check me again at 6, and hopefully I'll be more dilated then. But that's about it for now. I made some progress. That made me feel a little bit better. And then from like the point of them checking me to 6 a.m., they said like try and rest as much as you can because if your labor is really long, you're gonna need some energy for your delivery. So I wasn't intentionally like up and walking trying to get things going. I wanted to rest so that I had the energy I needed for delivery, like they said. So I laid in bed with a peanut ball between my legs, and that was just so relieving. That was a really relieving position for those 2 hours. Marcus laid in bed with me, and we kind of took a nap a little bit between contractions. I was napping. So yeah, we got to rest for a few minutes, and that peanut ball, if you're pregnant, you got to check out the peanut ball for your delivery, because it really just, it helps like take all the pressure out of your hips while still keeping them open, and that was like a huge lifesaver. Anyway, so they checked me at 6'17". I was still at a 3.5, but this time I was 90% effaced. So I had effaced a ton. My cervix was moving up because it was pretty posterior. So my cervix was moving up. I had effaced to 90%, but I was still dilated to a 3.5. So at this point, like, my water had been broken for 8 hours. The doctors were concerned, like, you know, we really need to get things going. And so I did start moving around a little bit more after them. And then they came back at 7:48, super specific, and checked me again, still at a 3.5. But I was 100% effaced. So I just needed Liam to, like, make some contractions dilate me. And he was just apparently really comfy in there and didn't want me to dilate. So anyway, I kept effacing, and but the dilation wasn't happening. So the doctor, which was another thing that went like completely opposite of my plan, my doctor that I had seen for all of my prenatal visits and everything was out of town when I went into labor. So I had to have a different doctor deliver him, which was just like, oh gosh dang it. But I was like, okay, I need to stay positive, it's fine, he's a great guy. So that part ended up being okay. But this part is where I started getting really emotional, because the nurse called him and said, like, she's still at a 3.5, she's 100% effaced, but she's just not dilating. And he wanted me to start Pitocin, and I was just, that wasn't my plan. Like, I wanted unmedicated so I could use the Simply Birthing Room. I didn't want the Pitocin because I've heard horror stories about Pitocin and that it makes your labor so freaking intense, and like your contractions just go and then you just kind of don't have a break. So I really didn't want Pitocin. And when the nurse came in, I was sitting on the bouncy ball leaning against the bed because my contractions were just a little intense and I was trying to relieve them. And the nurse comes in and tells me that the doctor wanted me to get Pitocin in my IV so that it would speed up like my contractions and help me to dilate. So I told the doctor, I told her, I was like, well, because she told me I could still go unmedicated, like, you don't have to get an epidural, you don't have to do any of this, la la la. But if I got the Pitocin, I couldn't use the Simply Birthing Room. So in my mind, I'm just like, well, the Simply Birthing Room is out, obviously, because I have to take this Pitocin to get things going. And I obviously just wanted Liam to be healthy. I wanted to do whatever I had to do to get him here in a healthy manner. My labor was already a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, which was scaring me because I thought I would have to get a C-section or something. So I was already like a little bit on edge and nervous. And then I heard about the Pitocin, so I just instantly said, like, if I get Pitocin, I'm getting an epidural because I'm not going to just be miserable and like having a hard time handling all these contractions forever until my actual like delivery. So they gave me the Pitocin at 7:55 a.m. and that sped things right up. Well, like contractions wise, I had a monitor on that I could like walk around the room and stuff, and my contractions actually got to the point that they were just so close together that it was stressing Liam out. So his heart rate would drop because he just like had no break between the contractions. And I was on the lowest dose of Pitocin, so I really just needed like a little push and Pitocin did it. So and then at 8:40 I got my epidural, and the anesthesiologist was seriously amazing. He was so great, and my goodness, it worked so well. Like, I really didn't feel any contractions the rest of my labor. And Marcus said, so I got at 8:40, at 8:47 he wrote, didn't feel contraction. So it was totally fine for me. And yeah, I was really relaxed. I was so much happier. I was able to kind of enjoy things a little bit more because obviously I'm not like hunched over in pain. I could talk to people. I just really could not move my right leg at all. It felt like it was 1,000 pounds. And my left leg, I could bend it a little bit or move my foot. Yeah, and it like continued to wear off my left leg way faster than my right. So that was kind of weird, but it was really easy to just get through it. It wasn't very difficult at all. So if you're nervous about that, I personally, in my opinion of getting one, I wouldn't be nervous. And so 9:22, I was dilated to a 4.5. And then 11:32, I jumped to 9 centimeters. So that was really exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, we're making progress. This is great. Welcome back for this update. It's noon, so I didn't get my 4-hour labor. That's okay. And we went for Pitocin and an epidural, and we're good with epidurals. Left leg is functioning, right leg is not, but that's fine too. And now I'm dilated to 9 centimeters and 100% of face, so we're just waiting for the doctor to come back in so we can beat him. And let's keep going. But I will say throughout my entire labor, I was nauseous. I was so nauseous. And my husband doesn't do well handling people throwing up, and he was seriously a champ. Like, there's no way I could have made it through my labor without my husband. He gave me the counter pressure. He told me I was doing great. He was there to like just touch me and be there what I needed. Like told me I could do it. Told me like getting an epidural is totally fine. Getting Pitocin is totally fine. You're doing so great. Liam's almost here. Everything I needed to hear and everything I needed him to do, he did it without me having to say a word. So that was like so helpful, and I can't thank him enough, really. I seriously can't. I don't know. He's just the best husband I could ask for. At 11:32, I was 9 centimeters. At 12:19, I was 10 centimeters. So once that happened, I was like, whoo, it's game time. That's like, I just had this huge flood of emotions, and I just started bawling, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's coming. I'm like so anxious to meet him, and I just want him to be here. And Marcus is like standing right next to me. My sister's on the other side of me. My mother-in-law was in the room. That's another thing is going back to my original plan. I had said from the very beginning that I do not want anyone in the room except my older sister, because she's my best friend, and my husband. That's all I wanted in the room. I was like, no one needs to see what's going on. No, thank you. I was totally opposed to it. And then in the moment, I wanted them all there. I was like, they've been supporting me my entire pregnancy, my entire labor, and I just want them here. Like, they've been so great and helped me so much, and I know that them being here will help me feel even better. So I ended up having my husband, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, Brianna, my little sister, Chrissy, my older sister, Hannah, and so the 5 of them with me. And my sister-in-law, Brianna, she took pictures during my delivery, and I told her, I was like, I just don't want my vagina in the pictures, so like, you can take pictures of anything, just don't put that in there, because honestly, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it like that, and nobody else needs to see it like that, so take pictures of whatever you want except that. And she gave me the most precious pictures that I could have ever imagined having, and I look at them and I just get so emotional, because it was just so pure and just total bliss, not a care in the world. Nothing else mattered except him. Him coming. So anyway, I was a 10 at 12:19, and at 12:30 we started pushing. I pushed for 50 minutes. I didn't tear, I didn't get a hemorrhoid, which was like such a freaking relief for me. I was so terrified of that. But I totally just started pushing with all my might. I was like, and they said that if his heart rate continues to drop during these pushes, we're gonna have to do a C-section. And I was like, or get the vacuum. Okay, what freaking mom wants to hear to get a vacuum when they're pushing? That just sounds really inhumane, in my opinion. So I wasn't down for the vacuum. I wasn't down for a C-section. I was like, I just gotta get him out. Like, I don't care if I tear, I don't care if I get a hemorrhoid, I don't care if I poop. I just need to get him here so that I don't have to get these things, and he can be healthy, so that he's just no longer stressed. So Marcus is holding my right leg, my sister's holding my left leg, and Marcus is counting the 10 seconds for every time I need to push. And Marcus has been basically like my personal trainer since I met him. So I've always listened to him when it comes to like my workouts. So I just kind of put myself in the mindset of a workout, and these are the 10 seconds I need to work for, then I can take a breath. And these are the 10 seconds, and that's like the pattern I put myself in, and just listening to him, and his excitement was just in his voice. It was just this, he was highly emotional and I was emotional, and I just, by my third push, I was crying basically every time because I was just so excited to meet Liam, and I couldn't wait for him to just be on my chest and my husband to see him. So I was just incredibly emotional. I was like, he's almost here. I was just crying. Hey guys, so after a long labor and delivery, well, the delivery part wasn't even bad. It was 50 minutes of pushing, and I felt like a rock star going through it. And I'm so glad that we had our family here to support me along the way. And now we have Mr. Liam, and we're just over the moon excited. Figuring out breastfeeding. Marcus and I are both so exhausted. It's been a long day and a half, however long it's been, but it's totally worth it now that we have him here. And yeah, we're super excited. He's been super healthy. He was born at 1:20 p.m. and he weighed 7 pounds and 1 ounce and 19 and a half inches long. So he's just the perfect little boy, and he doesn't cry. He gets fussy for a second if he's hungry, and then he really does a great job breastfeeding for both of us not knowing what we're doing. He really does. He rocks it. So we're so lucky, and we're so happy. And happy Father's Day to Marcus. And I'm so glad that I could give him his first son for Father's Day. So thanks so much for following along with our labor and delivery journey. Again, my labor was nothing like what I expected. My blood pressure was way low the whole time, which was another reason why I was super nauseous. I didn't get my natural, non-medicated birth that I thought I wanted so bad, but I got something even better. I got just an amazing birth and an amazing experience that I couldn't have asked for anything better. And my son is totally healthy and perfect and beautiful. And he smiles at me, and he's 5 days old, and he's home with us. So, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's going.
Oh, good. Hey guys, we are getting ready to check out of the hospital now. Liam was good for all of his 24-hour tests. We're just waiting on the bilirubin and the jaundice tests to come back. But if he's good on those, then we get to go home. So he passed his hearing test, and we filled out all of our paperwork, and now we're just waiting. So hopefully in the next 20 minutes we get to go. He got his first bath from the nurses here that have been so great to us. So it's been a really great experience. We've had family in and out. We're just hanging out, recovering, relaxing. And yeah, we're super excited to take him home and meet Flynn. That's like the part we're really looking forward to. And then we were discharged to go home. And we did it! We are on our way home. Just walked Liam outside for the first time. I'm just like, this is his first time outside. So he's just in his car seat. We live 5 minutes from the hospital, and we are going to record Flynn's reaction to meeting his new little brother and having our whole family together. So this is my labor hair and my delivery hair and my recovery hair.
About 2 days of showerless going on right here.
It's good. It's good. Okay, those are the hospital showers. Like, you don't even want to use them. So I knew we were being discharged today, and I've been looking forward to my shower, in my own shower. Okay, we'll keep you guys updated. And we took him home. He met Flynn, and that was super awesome too. Flynn adores Liam. So that is our labor and delivery video for you guys. I'm super thankful that we took those little clips in the hospital, so I was able to share those with you guys too, because they're just so raw and blissful and perfect to me. And I love that I get to relive it all the time through this video. And eventually one day Liam will watch this video and be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So anyway, I'm really glad that we did that. If you're pregnant, I highly recommend you do it. But yeah, watch out for my next ones to come by subscribing so you're notified when I have a new video up. If you like this video and you want to share your labor and delivery experience with me, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'd love to hear how yours went, if it was totally up to your plan, if it was the opposite of your plan like mine. I'd really love to hear it. But again, like the video, comment, and subscribe so we can be friends and you can always stick around in our life because we have so many exciting things happening. And right now, our life is absolutely perfect and I wouldn't want it any other way. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you for your support. You guys are seriously the best. So I'll see you later.